Good morning, everyone. I wanted to spend a bit of time talking about the fact that the system is not redeemable. I guess that's probably the best way to put it. I know a lot of people are trying to restore the system, to fix it, to heal it, to confront it, that sort of thing. But I want to kind of explain that we're past that point. And I often use the word or the term mark of the beast to describe what the system's trying to do, but I was asked to kind of explain that because I may be using terms that people don't comprehend. So the mark of the beast is any type of technology that's going to control people to the point where they won't be able to buy or sell without it. And so currently, like in the past, I've talked about how the mark was like tattoo or brands, because I researched back into ancient Rome, and that's what the Romans used to do. They have this thing called the mark of the centurion, and so they branded or tattooed their soldiers and later their factory workers. So that's the mark, and I extrapolated that into modern times to say that, social insurance numbers and all that kind of stuff are a mark. But the mark of the beast is specific. It's one that doesn't allow people to buy or sell without it. And we're getting to a point now where the technology is there to do that. So what does it look like? Well, I've spoken in the past about social scoring, digital IDs, digital currencies, guaranteed basic incomes, all of these things that governments around the world are pushing and moving towards. And I know people are protesting that and resisting it. But my question is if they actually do roll it out, how are people going to survive and thrive? And the only way I know how to do that is to return to Mother Earth and learn how to build our own shelters and grow our own food and all that sort of thing. And then I witnessed people protesting and being questioned by police and, facing charges and all that kind of stuff. The state is not our friend. The state is not there to protect and serve the people. It's there to protect and serve the global parasites. And I spoke about this a couple days ago regarding the King's visit. For me, there's people actively working towards fulfilling prophecy that's found in Scripture. And I know there's many people that struggle with the Bible because of the generations of dogma and violence and abuse from the church and all that shit. But I still reference it because there's people working to make it happen and to fulfill it. And so, some of the things that I'm concerned about is like the third temptation of Christ, which is the story of the devil taking Christ on top of the mountain and offering the kingdoms of the world if you bow down before him. Well, the kingdoms, I looked up that word in the Bible, and it is the right to rule over the land, not the land itself. And right now, the state is the one that rules over the land. They don't actually own the land. They claim ownership of the land, but they don't actually own it. So technically speaking, the state is the devil's kingdom. The devil has the right to rule over the land, and he's done doing that through the state, and the state is the one that's pushing the mark of the beast, and people are still working to try to protect and reserve and restore it. And in my view, that's futile, because when they get to a point where they're implementing it, people are going to be so desperate and starving and homeless and impoverished and without cash or any kind of resources, and so they're going to plead for help from these parasites and sell their soul to them at the same time. And so for me, I've been working for 20 years to learn how to live off the land and how to stand in my sovereignty and remove my dependency from them, because I see a day where it's going to come to that. So I can speak more on this, but I think the point is made. I know lots of people are scared and they don't have the knowledge or the experience or any of that kind of stuff, but that all can be acquired. There's lots that we can do to empower ourselves and to stand in our own sovereignty, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And the power is within us. We have this spiritual jurisdiction and authority to be able to do this work. And we don't need their power and authority. It's all a manipulation. It's all a fiction. It's all an accumulation of our own power being consolidated into the hands of very few people, and we end up corrupting them. We end up doing harm to them, and we're doing harm to other people by participating in it. And we can remedy that by learning how to stand on our own power and exercise our own authority, spiritual authority. And that takes work. That takes effort and training. And I'm willing to hold space for that if people are interested. But it's not easy. This is not going to be an easy journey. And I hope this helps and brings some clarification. And yeah, I look forward to continuing the conversation, and thank everyone, the hundreds and hundreds of people that are watching these videos. I'm deeply touched and moved by the interest in these videos, so I thank you. And if people have any topics that they want me to talk about, I'm very open to sharing my views. I'm not shy to share my views. So I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you, and see you tomorrow.